Forgetfulness comes about only when there is no intense pain inside you. If I have a toothache that's hitting the nerve, I'm not going to forget that I have a cavity. I will try to, in fact, distract myself in 1,001 different ways. I won't be successful because the pain, it's hitting the nerve, the cavity. And it doesn't matter where I go, it doesn't matter what I do, it doesn't matter what pills I take, I am constantly reminded that I am in pain and there is no escape from it. You only forget when things are not hitting a nerve. Imagine those moments where you're in love and you want to be with the person whose company you enjoy, but he or she isn't there. You want to sleep, but you can't. You want to forget, but you can't. You say, God damn it, I have to go to work tomorrow and I can't go to work exhausted. And guess what? You can't sleep. And the few minutes that you can sleep, you wake up, it's not enough. You wake up exhausted and in a pissy mood. So we forget because you're not yet at a stage 4 cancer. There has to also be something out there that has truly captured your attention. In other words, you know you have to go to the doctor because of ABCD, but you also do know that you will forget. So what do? You set your alarm. You just don't set your alarm for 3:45. You set it at 3:22, 3:24, 3:26, 3:27, and 3:25. Because you know that every time the buzzer goes off, you're gonna bang on the phone, it's gonna shut off, you're gonna go back to sleep. So repeatedly you need to be assaulted, and that's what the phone does. It assaults you. And through that assault, you wake up. And then you try to kind of just say, okay, you know what, I'm gonna reschedule it. And then you're gonna feel bad and you feel guilty. So you need a whole set of things to come into play. You need pain, you need guilt, and you need someone from the outside or something from the outside to assault you. When you fall in love, you don't need such assaults. It just happens from the inside. We also forget because, first of all, we are far too distracted. We have our hands on too many things to accomplish. There are too many things to do. Now, if you were to only be interested in one thing, other things will fall in the sideway, and you can't do that. All things are important. And so you can't give too much attention to any one thing. And so while you're doing this, you forget this. While you're doing this other thing, you forget this other thing. And then it's only late at night before you go to bed, you say, oh shucks, I forgot this and this and this and this. You know, whenever I go to YouTube, especially these like short clips of people who play the cello or oboe or piano or tennis, whatever they're really, really good at, the only thing that captures me about them is, you know, this is like a 22-year-old celloist. What do kids want to do? Kids want to go out there and have a good time with life. To get stuck in a room and keep playing the cello, being spanked, being yelled at, screamed at by your parents. This is the wrong note, having a teacher coming to your house 2-3 times a day, a week. And you have this, all of a sudden, this passion growing inside you. All you think about is the cello. All you dream about is the cello. And you say, man, that is such a beautiful but difficult shortcut to creating for yourself a meaningful life. I mean, most of us, we are casual about a whole host of things. And by the time you're like 30, 40, 50, you realize you do a lot of things, but you're not good at anything. You have zero passion for them. You just do them. You're skillful, but you don't have the gift of passion. And so if you have a passion inside you, it's something you can't forget. Just to give you an example, for me, Monday's class was horrible. And sure, it had to do with the fact that I had zero sleep. I came to the office at 4, I tried to write, and it was pretty decent, but it made me sad, the writing and the thinking did. And I came to class and I felt flat. And then it was in me the entire day. How come my class was like that? I rarely have classes like that. Even if most days it's kind of just rambling on, I just don't feel flat. And it pained me. And because of that, it was just in my mind all the time. I was talking to my wife with a voice that was filled with discontent and unhappiness and anger. I was vicious. I tried to tame as much as I could, but I could feel it. So we forget because we just don't care. It's not as meaningful, as valuable. Sometimes things can be profoundly valuable, but you have all these other things that occupy you as well. My recommendation, if there is something you truly enjoy, You need to understand a couple of things. Because your life is busy, you're not going to give 110% to the thing that inspire you. You need to bring someone from the outside to assault you. But the problem with you not wanting to forget is you have 4 kids, you got a husband, you have a house to take care of, lots of things to do. And the moment you become focused on one thing, you begin to forget the 20 things that demand your attention and responsibility. As I've grown a little bit more mature, when someone comes to the office and says, I want to do philosophy, the first thing I ask them, are you single? Are you attached? Do you have children? Do you take care of anything that's important in life? What are you studying? Because the moment you say, oh yeah, I'm married with 5 kids. Say, well, I'm just going to give you an A. You want to don't drop the class. I'll just give you an A, go your way. Because I know that just in case they become a bit too infatuated with the world of ideas, divorce is just right around the corner and it's going to impact the kids. And I say that because I've experienced it and it's not fun. So in some ways it's a blessing that you and I forget things. It can be a curse as well. Look, if I was to be fully aware of the fact that I have a bum heart, that I go on a walk every day and there's a chance that I may just fall to the ground and die, and because of that I should value my time. If I was to think like that, I assure you, I would leave my wife and my kids. I would go seek a shelter somewhere, a hut somewhere, and just write.